Good morning, all you GBA type people. This is Sharpedos bringing you guys week 3 of the GBA. Now, this week was a powerhouse showdown. It was the number 1 seed of the Gold Division facing off against the number 1 seed of the Silver Division, being the Utah Jasmine. Now, Kooper started off the season very strong, and it this was certainly a match that I prepared for, and was one that I was looking forward to because last season I had played Kooper twice and I had beaten Kooper twice, but his team is much different this season. He has gotten a lot more offensive presence. Now he could use Whimsicott and Hydreigon and Gallade and Lopunny to do a lot of different things, and of course the giant metal dinosaur itself, Aggron. So, looking at the team breakdown, we'll look at the at primarily the fattest thing on his team being Chansey. Uh, I made that bigger in this image solely just I thought it was funny because the thing was the fattest problem I think out of any team that I face. I just hate facing Chansey. But after that, you have 3 offensive threats being Hydreigon, Whimsicott, and Megalob. The Hydreigon, I have used it. It was on my team season 1 and before I traded to Kooper season 2. But not only that, did I trade? No, I traded to Danza for Staraptor. Then he picked up a free agency. My bad. But Hydreigon, I was worried because I thought it would be Scarfed, and I had to prepare for that by bringing my own Scarfer. Whimsicott, if Venusaur and Arcanine are down, then that means that thing just runs through my team with Moonblast or Giga Drain. And I couldn't bring Swampert solely because of Whimsicott. And then Megalopunny, as much as I can consider Arcanine a good switch in to Megalopunny, it can't take that many hits, and I'm sure high jump kick, even at -1, or if Kooper has power up punch, that neutral high jump kick or return is going to do a lot of damage, even to max defense Arcanine. Threat under those are the tier 1 threats, obviously. Tier 2 being most of his walls, being Zapdos, Suicune, Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn I know how to figure, I know how to handle. Mostly because this week I had prepped a Probopass set to use against Ferrothorn because I was really convinced that he would bring it because Ferrothorn kind of handles most of my team, whether it's Latias, Staraptor, Swampert, Kyurem Black, or I wasn't going to bring Hitmontop because, again, Whimsicott's a thing. And it can't take hits from Megalopunny, so go figure. But then I have his offensive threats being Gallade, which pretty much is a switch right into Mega Venusaur if Mega Venusaur is in on Chansey or Whimsicott or Suicune. And then Aggron, I have 0 switches in for Head Smash. Now, at the time of me breaking down his team and my team, I wasn't really afraid of Mega Aggron. But once the battle had started, I saw that I had no switches in to Head Smash. And then finally, Slurpuff and Donphan. Slurpuff I didn't think he'd bring solely because it's on the trade block and because I think it's straight up walled by Mega Venusaur. And then Donphan, it's just, it doesn't do anything for him this match. Mostly because Defog he can have on Zapdos, which is better than Rapid Spinning, and with the weaknesses that he has with Donphan against my team, it just wouldn't work out. So, team I predicted are the top 4, and then Suicune and Gallade. Actually, was it top 4? Yeah, top 4, Suicune, Gallade, or Ferrothorn. But let's see if I was right by getting into the battle. Alright, that's it. So based on my breakdown, this team was a little bit off of what I had predicted. I had predicted Hydreigon to fill Aggron, and where Zapdos was, I predicted Suicune to be. But my team is a Choice Band Staraptor, Choice Scarf Latias, a Magnet Pulling Probopass specifically made for Ferrothorn, defensive Clefable Arcanine, and a special attacking Venusaur. Looking at his team as compared to my team, Zapdos will give me a problem because nothing on my team could really 1 or 2 shot it, and especially the Aggron because I have literally 0 switches to Head Smash. The only Pokemon on my team realistically that can switch into a Head Smash are Swampert and Hitmontop, neither of which are good for against Kooper's team, or are they just good in general in terms of facing someone who has like a Whimsicott. Yeah, there you go. Whimsicott. He goes into... He starts Zapdos. I lead with Staraptor. And just the way he brought it, I was so scared that it was Scarfed. And even so I'm sure he has a timid one, and that would have outpaced my Adamant Staraptor. He goes into Gallade though, and I switch out right into my defensive Arcanine. This thing was made specifically for this Gallade, because I had suspected this was going to be AV, but it turns out to be Life Orb, as you'll see just in a second. And that does, a fair amount of damage, but it's at -1, and Arcanine handles Gallade pretty well. But it's just the way that you'll see that I play. It's very not obvious. Just I was so thrown off, realistically, and I just couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't get a step hold in this match, and I think that. Plus, I was a little psyched out based on team preview, just from the get-go. So I wasn't really in a good position for this match. Just a team preview, and that really bites me in this match. But I switch out and I go into Probopass. This probably wasn't my best switch, but I was fearing the T-Wave, and I suspected that anything that wanted to get T-Waved would probably just be Probopass, just based on how slow it was. And I thought I could outspeed here, but I didn't expect him to stay in. My best play here shouldn't have been Taunt. It either should have just been Rocks, or it should have just been a Volt Switch, because I could have pivoted in right from here into Staraptor, because I'm pretty sure I outpaced, but I don't do that. I taunt his Gallade, and then he goes right now for, I believe, Knockoff. Good play on his part. Doesn't do that much damage because this is obviously a defensive Clefable. It's not unaware though. This week it is Magikarp. But right here, I go for Moonblast, if I recall correctly. Yep, because he goes into Hardman. And right when he brings Aggron in, this is pretty much when I had suspected that Aggron wrecks my team, and I didn't have any switches into this because the only two switches mons that I had to take on Aggron were Swampert and Hitmontop, and Kooper's team has a Whimsicott, which pretty much just puts those two on blast, no problem. Goes for Head Smash, and this thing will obviously outspeed a base 40 Probopass with 80 speed EVs. So that's essentially, he's going to Earthquake this to knock it out. And then after this, I kind of have to start throwing Mons at this Aggron, essentially because I have nothing to handle it. And that was really upsetting because Probopass was my most expendable member. Right here, I probably could have went into something better, but there was nothing really on my team besides Mega Venusaur that could handle this Aggron. But I know he's not going to switch in because he has the fat pink thing, the fattest of pink things. But he outspeeds, which obviously means he's max speed. I think he was jolly max speed. And Head Smash just wrecks this Mega Venusaur. Now I probably, I don't know, the calc didn't give me the right calculation here either, because this, but whatever. It takes damage. That thing dies, and right when that thing dies, I think I gave up. Sad to say for someone who puts so much time into this damn planning. Right there, when he Head Smashes Mega Venusaur, that's when I gave up the match. I said, fuck it, because Whimsicott now runs through my team because it outpaces Staraptor, and Latias cannot kill Whimsicott. And nothing on my team really can kill Whimsicott. And then Zapdos comes in, and just seeing how little damage I do to it without Mega Venusaur, without anything really, I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. So this match is going to go downhill super quick, and I'm saying that especially because I had listened to the recap of last week on the GBA channel, where Gym Leader Gio says, if you don't prepare for your opponent's threats, games can end very quickly, and that's essentially what this match is, guys, which sucks. We're at 5 minutes. I believe we have another 5 minutes left to go. But it was an oversight on my end to not prep for Aggron. I had thought that the Team Naive that I brought could handle some Head Smashes, but I did not think if he did bring it, what I could do to handle the things that he brings in to what could handle Aggron. But on the same token, Kooper's planning was pretty on point, because if I burn Swampert in, he brings in Whipscott. Okay. And if I bring a Hitmontop to that, attack drop, and then he brings in Zapdos, and I can't touch it, because if it's, if I have Thief, it does nothing, and then if I have any fighting move, it's a defensive Zapdos, does nothing. Now right here, I kind of hope you did go for soft boiled, for like Seismic Toss, because this 5-0 is much better than a 6-0, which is what this is going to turn into, because I'm bad. This is bad. But I know I can't go for Flare Blitzes, because I should have switched here to Latias, or even Staraptor on the second soft-boiled. But again, I know he has T-Wave every damn chance. Every time I faced him, I think he had T-Wave. It was the T-Wave soft-boiled, Seismic Toss, and then I think it was like Rocks or something else. But I can't touch his Chansey. Staraptor can come in, but without knocking off its Violet, which is what the Fable and Mega Venusaur were supposed to do. Without doing that, I just lose this Chansey, so he T-Waves, and that's pretty much how this game is going to go. I wasn't necessarily salty at the end of this match, just really disappointed. Not at how Kooper played. Right here, I think it was unnecessary for me to go to soft boil. Just fucking kill me. Like, I'm not mad that I was gonna get, that I was just so distraught at this point that I was gonna lose. It was the fact that I just didn't plan right. Like, so what I was saying is, I prepped for what I thought was were the threats on his team, being Hydreigon and Suicune. But I guess the thing I oversighted was just how volatile Mega Aggron was, and that really sucks, because I'm just concerned now in terms of how this season's gonna go, because I've made oversights now in 2 of the past 3 weeks. Nexus was kind of a pretty obvious game in terms of me using and then pretty much just destroying with Mega Venusaur. But then against Fizzy, I oversighted looking at Bronzong, and then this week I oversighted looking at Aggron. I don't know. I think it's my inexperience showing in this game, which I guess on looking at like that is, I get better by playing good people, and in the time of playing against better people, I will, suffer games like this. But I will come out, and I will, play better. I kind of hoped he'd just Seismic Toss here and not be an asshole and soft-boiled. But he is preserving that 6-0. And by all means, go for it. It just pissed me off that he did that. He was worried about I was going to crit him here, but at this point, I was just clicking buttons. Like, I think what I was doing is just pressing whatever button I looked down at, and then just said, fuck it. Because I know I couldn't kill this Chansey, that's for goddamn sure. His Violet was not knocked off, and nothing on my team could handle it. Again, I could have just predicted the switch and gone on to Staraptor, but then he could have just went right into Zapdos, and Danzo, you're killing me with this recording, because now this is not the best quality recording. I just don't know what to say, just overall to you guys. I'm sure there'll be chit-chat in the comment section, especially on his video, and especially on the recap video, and whoever else wants to cover this match. I deserve to lose. I didn't think it would be this bad, but in hindsight, this is the worst loss I've ever had in the GBA. I have lost 5-0 to Gubs, Nick, and Alina. Gubs and Alina were Season 1. Gubs Season 2 and Nick Season 2. I don't know, maybe not Nick, but you get my point. I've lost really badly in this league. I know I'm not good, but I also know I'm not bad. But these type of matches, just, they hurt a little bit. I'll never say that I'm gonna give up and not keep trying, because this is really fun to me, and this is much better than me sitting down and playing playing Showdown. Yeah, what the fuck, Dan? This recording is terrible. Ugh, that's what I get for asking someone else to record my battles, because I can't do such a thing. I switched into Arcanine here. Like I said, this is 6-0. His walls just kill me and then just, you know, recover all over me. So he had the 6-0 locked up when he got rid of both my knockoffers, and I just gave him a 6-0 and I said, fuck it. I just started throwing buns and whatever, you know, he had in and I had in. Sorry for how skipping the video is, but it's not really missing anything. He goes for fake out here and he knocks me out. So I just went from being 1-1 at +4 to being 1-2 at -2. So John, with his 5-0 win, pushes him up to +7 at 2-1 and puts me down at 1-2 at -2. I'm still in second place, but if I suffer another loss like this against anyone else, I will be out of the running for the playoffs in our division. Steve is a threat. His team is better, sans Malamar. Dan can definitely make his pushes, and then in the other conference with Sork, I'm not sure how Sork is going to fare with the way that he ripped apart his team. And then you have Adam, who is a very competent battler, very, very good player. And then Nexus. If Nexus gets his shit together, I know he has the talent to be good in this league. And I'm missing someone. Oh, and then the guy who just ripped my asshole apart. So, like I said, if I suffer another loss like this and put myself behind, 6-0, I don't think last year I lost more than a 3-0. Maybe once to Gubs, because it was just a bad match. But hopefully I'll bounce back. I have John next week. And Talonflame buttfucks my team. But I also know that he has to play a game between Flare Blitz and Brave Bird, and based on what I have in. So, I'll do my preparation, and I'll hope for the best, and, maybe I'll play better next week. Maybe I won't. Who knows? This week was just a bad week, and hopefully I'll bounce back, and give you guys a good video to watch, and, yeah. Alright, we're done. Comment, like, whatever, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys whenever. Okay, bye.